This is how you set up an email address inside a protractor from the individual employee. So right now I'm signed into mine, but this should serve the same purpose. So right now we are looking at the Google Workspace, and what we have to do is go into a little bit harder when you're on the admin one, but we're going into here. You have to go into this specific email like the josh@danabros.com. So let's say we set up a jordan@danabros.com. We'd go in here and make sure that two-step verification is turned on. Without that, it won't allow you to set up what you need through Protractor to punch through. And so what you got to do is go into Protractor, which I'll switch screens here. I'm going to go into Workstation Settings. I'm going to go to Email, and then I'm going to enter all of this information. So for instance, we would make Jordan@danabrothers.com. This would be Jordan Castillo. You want to CC yourself on the outgoing stuff. The SMTP, this is what works on everyone's. Whether it's mine, yours, anybody's, this is Google specific. But there's the port number. This could be 60 seconds for all I care. Make sure that's that. Make sure the authentication required is, say, Jordan@danabrothers.com. And then we would come into the Google account for whoever it is. And we would go in, and let me switch sharing, and we would just type app passwords. And it's going to make me log into my own. Well, and then it's going to say app password. I already named mine AMS Protractor, which you'll do the same. And then you hit create new app. I would, again, if we're doing AMS Protractor, let's do AMS Protractor 2. Hit create, and then it's going to give me this password. I'm going to take that password, control copy, and I would drag it over, and I would put it into Protractor. So I'm going to actually just delete this thing because that is redundant. I'm going to reshare just so that we can show you here. You would then put that right here. I'm not going to change mine because mine's specific, but it would say Jordan@danabros.com, and then you take that password that you got from there, put it in there, and you'd hit test connection, and it would say everything's hunky-dory. It sends you a test email. The other thing you have to go into and make sure that is turned off is going into location settings, and you go into email here, and you have to make sure that this is not clicked, because if it is clicked, then everything is going to go through this, which is the shop email. We want it to go from you or from whoever we're setting this up for so whenever they send something, it comes from them, and then when it's replied, it replies to their email. So for instance, if I were to send somebody an email of an estimate or whatever it may be, it will be sent from me, Josh@danabros.com, and then they would reply back to that. And so it just keeps it advisor specific. And so that is how that is done.